Close your eyes and picture a toy that's traveled millennia, spun in the hands of children and adults alike, and witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations. A toy so simple, just a string and a disc, yet capable of sparking joy, competition, and even artistry. That toy is the yo-yo. In this video, we'll unravel its mysterious origins, follow its journey across continents, witness its golden age, and see how it still captures imaginations today. From ancient Greece to 20th century playgrounds, the yo-yo is not just a toy, it's a cultural treasure. Welcome to Retro Treasure Unearthed, where we explore the forgotten stories behind the world's most iconic relics. Today, we spin back in time to examine a toy that seems almost too simple, yet has influenced art, advertising, and pop culture. Whether you remember it from your childhood, or have only seen it in a museum display, the yo-yo is a bridge between generations. So, why did this toy endure for thousands of years? What makes it more than just a plaything? Let's find out. Ancient origins. The story of the yo-yo begins over 2,000 years ago. Archaeologists have discovered terracotta discs in Greece dating to around 500 BC, often depicted on vases, sometimes held by children, sometimes by warriors. These early yo-yos were not just toys. Some historians suggest they symbolized wealth, status, or even the circle of life. Meanwhile, evidence suggests that similar spinning toys existed in ancient China, Egypt, and the Philippines, each culture adapting the toy to its own materials and customs. Imagine a child in ancient Athens playing with a disc of wood or clay, unaware that their simple game would echo through history. European adaptations. By the 18th century, the yo-yo had reached European shores. In France, it was known as the jeu de Normandie, and in England, it carried names like Bandolore and Quiz. These toys were often handcrafted from wood or metal, sold by traveling merchants, and sometimes used in fairs as competition devices. It's fascinating to see how a simple toy traveled continents, morphing slightly with each culture, yet keeping the core principle of spin and return. The Filipino innovation and American boom. The modern yo-yo, the kind many of us recognize, truly owes its evolution to the Philippines. Pedro Flores, a Filipino immigrant in the U.S., began selling wooden yo-yos in the late 1920s. His innovation? A looped string mechanism that allowed new tricks and longer spins. Enter Donald F. Duncan, a businessman who bought Flores's company in the 1930s. Through savvy marketing, demonstrations, and competitions, Duncan turned the yo-yo into a nationwide craze. He even trademarked the term yo-yo, and suddenly, what was once a humble toy became a symbol of American childhood. Mid-century popularity and collectability. By the 1950s and 60s, yo-yos were everywhere: TV ads, contests, fairs, and playgrounds. Manufacturers experimented with materials, from traditional wood to plastic, and colors. Some yo-yos became collectibles, tied to brands, movies, or celebrities. Kids weren't just playing, they were competing. Tricks like walk the dog around the world and rock the baby became cultural shorthand for skill and style. Parents, too, often bought these toys, not knowing they were participating in a cultural phenomenon that would last decades. Cultural significance and tricks. The yo-yo also inspired community and storytelling. Clubs and tournaments sprang up across the US, Japan, and Europe. Tricks evolved into artistry, blending physics with human creativity. In some countries, yo-yo contests became televised events. Beyond play, the yo-yo became a metaphor for rhythm, persistence, and sometimes nostalgia. It's amazing to think that such a small object could carry so much meaning. If you grew up in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, you likely remember the thrill of mastering your first trick, that sleeper that just wouldn't spin, or the first successful around the world. For many, yo-yos were more than toys, they were a rite of passage. Ask anyone today, and they'll recall a friend or sibling showing off a new trick, or a small collection of rare models that made them feel like champions. The yo-yo wasn't just play, it was a social connector, a small but powerful piece of childhood. As the 1980s and 90s brought video games, electronic toys, and digital distractions, the yo-yo gradually faded from mainstream culture. Schools sometimes banned them due to classroom disruption, and simple wooden discs were replaced by flashy, high-tech gadgets. Yet, the love for yo-yos never disappeared. Enthusiasts and collectors preserved vintage models, hobbyists created advanced trick yo-yos, and competitions still thrive internationally. Today, the yo-yo continues to spin through time, as a collector's item, a competitive sport, and a nostalgic reminder of simpler days. Its story is a testament to how something so small can have a big impact on culture, play, and imagination. So, the next time you pick up a yo-yo, remember, you're holding a piece of history that's been spinning for over 2,500 years. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your favorite yo-yo memories in the comments below. Who knows? Maybe you'll inspire the next generation of players.